On the same studio lot in Burbank, California. Take a closer look at Antenna TV. Antenna TV.
This summer, the adventure is free. Fit for School is back and on safari. Free school supplies, free haircuts, and free health screenings. Everything your kids need to conquer the school year. Join us July 18th, 10 to 1 at the Aiken County Family Y in Graniteville. It's wild, it's free, and you don't want to miss it. Visit fit4schoolaiken.com for more info.
To get the weather, you need to see the whole picture. That's why Live Viper 6 gives you the Skyview network. Get a live view of traffic and weather from all over the CSRA. Available online 24 hours a day at WJBF.com and the free Live Viper 6 mobile app. The WJBF Live Viper 6 Skyview network. Powered by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service.
Black excellence. Its importance goes beyond just a single month each year. That's why News Channel 6 proudly presents Celebrating Black Excellence 365. Each month, we'll highlight an individual or organization who inspires their community and improves the lives of people around them. If you know a deserving recipient, visit WJBF.com and fill out the nomination form. Celebrating Black Excellence 365, only on News Channel 6.
Your most watched local news is getting a big plus.
WJBF 6 Plus, built for the way you watch.
The CSRA's trusted news source, now on demand. Live Viper 6 weather when it matters most. Stream it anytime, anywhere.
Plus, it's totally free. No subscription required.
WJBF 6 Plus is ready when you are. Download it free today on your favorite streaming device. Judy Justice, weekday afternoons at 3 on News Channel 6. Get the latest video in one click at WJBF.com.
Now on News Channel 6 at 5, a party tonight in downtown Augusta. We'll preview the big festival as your news at 5 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Brad Means. Thanks for joining us as coverage you can count on begins with a Richmond County deputy facing felony charges and out of a job. Jaquarius Yarborough accused of violation of oath of office and misuse of a license plate reader system. Investigators say the now former deputy accessed the flock camera system for personal reasons. The alleged violation came to light after a routine audit. Burke County now, where a man has been convicted in a murder that happened 5 years ago. Darius Savage found guilty of malice murder and armed robbery in the shooting death of Brian Carswell. Carswell's body was found January 6, 2021 on Spread Oak Road near Keysville. He's the brother of former Waynesboro Mayor Greg Carswell. Savage was arrested 2 months after that and has been in jail ever since. He got life in prison with no possibility of parole. It is time now for our first check of the weather. Our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci, is here with that.
Well, Brad, it's a hot day and also a stormy day, at least for some of us here in the CSRA. It's definitely not a washout, but we are tracking some isolated showers and storms here on Live Viper 6. As we zoom in here to the Augusta Metro, you can see one spotty shower around the border of Richmond and Columbia County to the south of Harlem and Grovetown. Then over towards the east, Aiken just had a shower come through. There were some lightning strikes earlier. Now that storm is weakening. Then moving down towards the southwest, you can also see some rain and a few lightning strikes moving into Washington and Johnson counties. Now, looking at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over at SRP Park across the Savannah River, definitely some stormy clouds, but dry at the moment. Temperature-wise, we are in the 80s and lower 90s. 89 in Augusta, 88 in Bamberg. Aiken a bit cooler, of course, with the rain, 83 degrees, 90 in Gibson and Lincolnton. And the dew points are on the rise. We're now in the 70s. That's making it feel like up to 95 degrees in Augusta, 94 in Waynesboro. Winds are coming out of the south, bringing us a nice breeze up to 10 miles per hour in Edgefield. So our sunset tonight will be at 8:41. A chance of pop-up showers and storms sticking around with temperatures in the 80s. I'll have more details on your forecast coming up, but back to you, Brad.
Jenna, thanks. updates. A utility worker is dead after a hit and run this morning in Aiken County. It happened about 6 a.m. on Rutland Drive and Northland Boulevard. Investigators say a vehicle drove through a work zone and hit two utility workers. 19-year-old Billy Norris of Chesney, South Carolina, was killed. The other worker taken to the hospital. Investigators do say Charles Gasser has turned himself into law enforcement and has been charged with hit and run resulting in death. The Richmond County School Board has responded to a lawsuit from a former candidate for Augusta mayor. Lori Miles filed the suit against the BOE and the Augusta Commission, alleging that absentee ballots in the May 19th mayoral primary were destroyed and eliminated from the count. Today, the Board of Elections announcing it has filed for the lawsuit to be dismissed and filed an answer to the claims made in the suit. A big party tonight in downtown Augusta. Tonight, developments taking shape at the Aiken County Recreation Center, and that is welcome news for a lot of people. Michaela Davis has the story.
Today, we got an exclusive look at some of the newest additions to the Aiken County Recreation Center. This court that I'm standing on opened 2 weeks ago, and Kobe Parnell, the director of Aiken County Parks and Recreation, says this is just the beginning.
I've been out here almost every day since we've been open Monday through Friday, and this court has been filled with people. So us to be able to do this interview with no one here is kind of interesting.
But that didn't last long. DeMarcus Young and Anthony Tyler soon arrived to test out the new court. They say they're excited to see the improvements.
I feel like it's safe. It's more safe out here for the kids. You feel me? They improved the basketball court real good.
They say they're looking forward to seeing even more upgrades and hope the new amenities help bring the Graniteville community together.
Just bringing the community together more. Yeah, that's the main
more
thing. People. Just doing events here now, like doing whatever they need to do to bring everybody close.
Creating a central gathering place for the community is exactly what community leaders hope to accomplish.
You know, there's food distributions that happen here. This building will be rented probably every day starting in January.
In the coming months, the Recreation Center will also add a splash pad, expand the playground, renovate the pool area, and convert a building behind the center into new administrative offices. The project is expected to be completed by October of this year. In Aiken County, for WJBF News Channel 6, I'm Michaela Davis.
This morning, the Augusta CSRA Habitat for Humanity celebrated a major milestone. They broke ground on their 88th home. Friday also marks the group's 40th year. They have big plans for the future. They want to be able to build 50 homes a year within the next 5 years. 8th Street Construction, for the first time with Habitat, is going to build this latest home.
What kind of better mission can you have than to help people get some housing stability? And as we talked about today, housing stability leads to everything else, all kinds of health, physical health, emotional health, well-being health. So this is not just ground. It really is the start of something transformational for people. And I think it's a calling that I'm proud that God has put on our company.
Habitat set to host its signature fundraiser, Build the Band, Saturday, 7 p.m. That's tomorrow night at the Miller Theater. Tickets still available. We have all the info on our website, WJBF.com. Cracked courts and other issues plaguing the Newman Tennis Center. So what's being done about it? Well, Ryan Lynch has an update on the timeline for improvements.
Renovations are set to come to the Newman Tennis Center. Upgrades will include resurfacing all of the courts in the facility. But last year's anticipated start date has come and gone with little to no movement on the project.
In May of 2025, after a meeting with commissioners and the new Parks and Rec director, we received an email stating the first phase of the project, which would be court resurfacing and lights. We're hopefully going to start that summer with other improvements beginning later in phase 2.
The Augusta Commission meeting on June 18th had multiple representatives from the CSRA Tennis Association present to discuss the lack of progress. The current state of Newman has prevented multiple tournaments from being played.
In prior years, Newman generated $2.6 million in economic impact per year for the city, but is now unable to host tennis tournaments due to its court conditions.
Augusta Recreation and Parks Director Tamika Williams told the commission the project is still in the planning phase.
So with the plans, we are about 90% finished. We got about another month to kind of get that squared away with the consultants, but we are moving forward with Newman.
Late this afternoon, a city spokesperson sent a statement to News Channel 6. She says once the planning phase is finished, the project will go out for bids and no other delays are expected. Once construction begins, the project should be finished within 9 months. In Augusta, Ryan Lynch, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Another medical cannabis dispensary has opened in the CSRA, this time in Evans. It's called Fine Fettle. There they are at the grand opening today on Town Center Drive. It is legal in Georgia for a dispensary to sell medical cannabis low THC oil for people who are registered with the health department. Also, a newly passed Georgia bill allows new treatment options, including flower and vape products, starting July 1st.
We actually can now have more milligrams that we can offer our patients so that we're giving a bigger reach and a better medication to the bulk of Georgia. This is an incredible win for the state.
SB 220, the Putting Georgia's Patients First Act, goes into effect. That allows us to sell flower and vaporizers, so inhalable products have immediate efficacy for patients.
There are only 15 medical cannabis dispensaries in the state of Georgia. Wellness experts say they're trying to make it more available, and Evans apparently was an underserved area. There are some cool tools to help our veterans, and they are available at VA to help navigate all the resources at the VA. Join us for the Means Report, Monday afternoon at 12:30 on News Channel 6. Well, today's the last day to donate to the inaugural Harvest Cup fundraiser and support Golden Harvest Food Bank. Local game stores Express TCG in Harlem and in North Augusta, and Cardboard Castle Games in Augusta teaming up for this fundraiser. Just drop off canned goods or cash at any of their locations to support families who need food.
I'm looking for the community to become united behind one goal, trying to help those that need help right now, and making sure that we can get the Golden Harvest Food Bank on more comfortable limit, like get their stores back up and try to make, while at the same time everyone have fun in the process.
Express TCG closes tonight at 8. Cardboard Castle's rocking all the way till midnight tonight. Coming up, high temperatures ahead this weekend. How to stay safe and avoid heat-related illness next.
This wasn't a normal homicide.
At Kroger, you can save up to $35 per fill-up when you redeem your points at the pump. And when you earn points for almost every purchase, the savings add up fast. Shop, earn, and save today. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You know, those high temperatures that Jenna warned us about earlier can be hazardous to your health. Hannah Baker has advice to stay safe while you beat the heat.
It's going to feel like triple digits in the low country this weekend. And with many people spending time outside, first responders are expecting an increase in heat-related calls, something they're already seeing more of lately.
We've certainly seen an increase in the number of heat-related emergencies we're taking care of. People are obviously enjoying the outdoors, which is great, but not necessarily taking care of themselves at the same time.
If you're planning on spending time outdoors, you should try to avoid peak sun hours. Take frequent breaks in cool, air-conditioned places, wear light clothing, and stay hydrated.
We know that this weekend we've got several outside festivals and outside things, so we know that people are going to crowd the beach. We know, but even the water's warm right now. So I think the idea of jumping in the ocean and being refreshing is somewhat not as accurate right now.
If you happen to experience symptoms like dizziness, nausea, thirst, and weakness, those could signal heat exhaustion. More severe signs like confusion or loss of consciousness may indicate heat stroke and require immediate medical attention.
It's what our ERs are telling us people are coming in with on these hot days, and it can be avoided, so. And certainly, again, looking out for your neighbors, your family members that might be a little more vulnerable to this.
Children and the elderly are more vulnerable to heat-related illness, so you should keep a close eye on them. If you or someone you know is in need of help combating the heat, the City of Charleston's Beat the Heat program provides free information and resources to help you stay cool.
We partnered with the county this year to have some cooling kits at our Hope Center, the City Hope Center, that are accessible during their operating hours.
And it's important to also remember that when the air temperature outside is around 95 degrees, it only takes 10 minutes for your car to be up to 114 degrees. So remember to always check your back seat this weekend. And as we go into the holiday weekend, the heat and humidity is sticking around. And I'll have more details on that when we return.
You can't always choose the weather, but you can choose your weather app. Go with the most accurate and most trusted, the Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today.
New four-door Ram.
Your most watched local news is getting a big plus.
WJBF 6 Plus.
The CSRA's trusted news source, now on demand.
WJBF 6 Plus is ready when you are. Download it free today on your favorite streaming device.
New Jeep Grand Cherokees. Save over $9,200. JeepCheap.com. New Dodge Charger RTs from $47,700. New Ram Crew Cabs. Discounted over $11,500. Shop JeepCheap.com. Thompson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat makes buying easy.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. I'm tracking a couple storms here on Live Viper 6. Most of the CSRA is dry, but as we zoom into the metro, you can see parts of Richmond County seeing some showers and weak storms bubble up. Some brief heavy rain moving off towards the northeast. We also have showers and storms in Aiken County. One of those is now a bit stronger with wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour, some heavy rain and lightning. And this includes part of Aiken County, most of it out of our viewing area, but to the north of Wagner is where we're seeing that storm now. Then moving down towards the southwest, parts of Washington and Johnson counties also seeing some heavy rainfall. So this is our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam at Augusta Regional Airport. It's dry here, but you can definitely tell that there is a storm in the distance. We're sitting at 89 degrees, feeling very hot, like 95, and it's all thanks to dew points in the 70s, our humidity around 50%, and winds are out of the southwest at 7 miles per hour. So around the CSRA, we have low 90s in our southern viewing area, 90 exactly in Wrightsville and Swainsboro, 91 in Sylvania and Allendale. A little bit cooler in places that are seeing the rain develop, 83 now in Aiken, 85 in McCormick. But we have hot temperatures all across the southeast, 97 in Dallas, and then 92 in Tampa. And you can see here on satellite and radar that we just have some pop-up showers and storms impacting parts of the South Carolina and North Carolina coastline. More rain to our north and west along that salt frontal boundary, but we have plenty of Gulf moisture moving in, leading to those pop-up showers and storms with high pressure out in the Atlantic. So that's the forecast for the rest of tonight. A couple showers and storms, but once the sun goes down, we're going to be dry overnight, mostly clear skies. Low temperatures a couple degrees above average, near 72. Then for tomorrow, our average high is 93, and we're expected to be right around that, some places getting into the middle 90s. So here's your forecast for Augusta tomorrow. During the peak heating of the day, we're going to see that feels like temperature get over 100 degrees, possibly up to 105. And you can see the actual temperature getting to 93 by 4 p.m. with pop-up showers and storms once again in the forecast. So prepare for a hot weekend. Actual temperatures in the 90s, but the heat index up to 105 by the time we get to Monday. And then even into next week, the heat is not going anywhere. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. But as for the rain chances this weekend, 30%. That means it's not going to be a washout. You don't need to cancel any plans. But keep in mind that similar to what we're seeing right now, a few isolated showers and storms will develop, which is great news because it continues to help with our drought. So far this year, we're at around 20 inches of rain in Augusta. Typically, up to this point in the year, we get around 21.5 inches. So we're still in a deficit, but not nearly as significant as it was before. As for the threat of severe weather tomorrow, that's only for the far northern portion of the CSRA for damaging wind gusts, but we still can't rule out some wind gusts up to around 40 to 50 miles per hour. Now, for the rest of tonight, other than a light stray shower, we're going to stay dry, then dry into our Saturday morning as well. We'll see some of those storms bubble up as we get into the afternoon, and once again, some of these could produce some damaging wind gusts and some heavy rain, but still not expecting it to be a washout. I think our futurecast model is even a little bit overdone with the coverage, and then you can see by the time we get to Sunday afternoon, more of the same, and that will also continue into our Monday. But next week, we're also going to be tracking the heat dome, and that means it is going to stay hot. Here's the temperature outlook through July 6th, so that does include the holiday, and you can see that here on our 10-day forecast. It is going to be a toasty Independence Day We're currently going with high temperatures at 99 degrees, heat index up to 108, which means it's definitely pretty likely that we could end up having a heat advisory for the holiday. And now it's time for a sneak peek of the Partly Cloudy podcast. Just in time for this heat wave, Avery Gray and meteorologist Miller Hyatt discuss the new season we're in.
Some people love the summer, some people hate it. But whether you love it or hate it, it is officially here. Now all the days are going to start to get shorter and shorter and shorter. Yes, that means my favorite season is coming.
Yay, fall and then winter, and then you'll be in the frozen tundra, and Avery will love it.
And so our hottest summer was in 2011 with an average temp of 83.7 degrees. 7 inches of rainfall, just a hair over 7 inches, which... Wow. Kind of plays hand in hand with them being the warmest or one of the hottest summers.
It probably felt like Arizona here. It probably was like we were probably having tumbleweeds over the savannah.
And to learn more about summer weather patterns and climatology, watch this week's podcast on WJBF 6 Plus on your streaming device today.
All right, Jenna, thank you. Up next, a group of sea turtles going back to the ocean. How a rescue in Florida got them back into the water after the break.
Discover counters and get shout.
The #1 place to start your day is on the #1 entertainment talk show, Live with Kelly and Mark.
Come on, stop it.
Love your walkout when you come on this show.
Just
want me to do it again?
No. You are wrong, Mark. The #1 place for your morning is on the Emmy-winning Live with Kelly and Mark.
That math all makes sense to me.
Weekday mornings at 9 on News Channel 6. The weather. It seems like it's always changing. That's why Live Viper 6 is always there. From cloudy days and rainy nights to scorching heat and everything in between, the CSRA's most trusted weather team is always working for you.
It is a Viper 6 alert day as we track severe weather.
So when the weather changes, always stay prepared. Anywhere, anytime. The Live Viper 6 weather team is coverage you can count on for the entire CSRA.
For years, WJBF News Channel 6 and our partners have championed local families through our Children First campaign. Together, our mission has been to strengthen our community by uplifting children and their families across the CSRA. Count on News Channel 6 as we make a difference in the lives of local children. To learn more, visit WJBF.com/Children First. WJBF News Channel 6's Children First is sponsored by Bridgestone.
WJBF 6 Plus. Download it free today.
In Florida, 2 loggerheads and a green sea turtle made their way back into the Gulf this morning. Grace Velez tells us how the turtles were nursed back to health.
Meet Carlos, a subadult loggerhead. Gordon, a subadult green sea turtle, and Cora, a subadult loggerhead.
People being excited to be here makes us excited, even more excited than we already are, to be here and to educate and to talk to the people around us in our communities as to why it's so important what we're doing.
All 3 sea turtles released were repeat offenders. As much as the team over at Gulfarium Care Center loves their sea turtles, they say once they see them make their way back into the Gulf, they don't want to have to see them again.
Some of the turtles that were here this morning, so Cora, for instance, she was a repeat 3 times in the past 2 years, versus Gordon, who was a 4-time repeat turtle, but the last time we saw him was in 2021. So a lot of the times the turtles will come in and they'll be hooked at the same fishing piers over and over again.
Although it wasn't Carlos's first time being rehabilitated, it was his first time with Gulfarium Care Center.
Carlos was also hooked. He came from Panama City Beach, so he was actually a repeat turtle from another facility. So the reason we tag all of our turtles is so that we know if they're repeat turtles, we can then look at their medical history, look where they came from, look where they were released previously to see kind of what their story was.
Because all of these sea turtles were hooked at piers, they were released
released as far away as possible Tuesday morning in the hopes they don't run into the same troubles again. It's hard to believe these turtles aren't even close to the biggest residents at Gulfarium Care Center. Visiting the facility and seeing for yourself is just one way you can support the care center and the work they do.
If you want to personally help in their rehab care, we have both an Amazon wish list on our website as well as a donation link. And everything that can be given to our turtles goes directly to them and is very much appreciated.
Well, that does it for us for this half hour. There is more coverage you can count on at 5:30, including a former national security advisor entering a guilty plea. The details after the break.
Don't snooze on Ashley's
season membership and group outings are available now at AugustaLinks.com.
The Live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5:30.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Kim Vickers. Thank you so much for joining us. Here's a look at today's headlines. A conviction of a Burke County man in a murder that happened 5 years ago. Darius Savage was found guilty of malice murder and armed robbery in the shooting death of Brian Carswell. Carswell's body was found January 6, 2021 on Spread Oak Road near Keysville. He's the brother of former Waynesboro Mayor Greg Carswell. Savage was arrested 2 months later and remained in jail. He was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. And a Richmond County Sheriff's deputy is facing felony charges today and is out of a job. Jaquarius Yarbrough is accused of violation of oath of office and misuse of a license plate reader system. Investigators say the former deputy accessed the flock system for personal reasons. The alleged violation came to light after a routine audit. Also, a major milestone for the Augusta CSRA Habitat for Humanity. They broke ground on their 88th home this morning. 8th Street Construction will be building it. They expect to start construction next week, and the home should be completed in 3 to 4 months. Friday also marks the organization's 40th year. We'll have more on these headlines at 6, but first, former National Security Advisor. It's time now for a first look at our weather with Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci. Jenna, we just heard a really loud peal of thunder out there.
I know, and it seems like it just comes out of nowhere, Kim, because you could be dry one moment and then all of a sudden these storms start to bubble up, and that's exactly the case for us today. That's also going to be the case on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We'll have these hit or miss showers and storms. You can see it in the distance here, so it's dry at the station, but we definitely heard that thunder like Kim mentioned, and here it is on Live Viper 6. You can see a couple lightning strikes with isolated showers and storms. So most of the CSRA is dry, but as we zoom into Richmond County, you can see just to the south of us where we were looking on Bobby Jones Expressway, that's where we have that heavy rain and a couple lightning strikes. Over into Aiken County, we're also seeing some rainfall, very scattered. And we had a stronger storm near Wagner earlier that has now moved out, but I'm keeping an eye on this storm here near Harrison. In our southern viewing area to the north of Wrightsville. That one has a couple lightning strikes as well with heavy rain and is getting stronger. Now, as for the temperatures, we're cooling off in places with the rain. Only 83 in Aiken, but still at 91 in Allendale. Augusta at 89. We did hit the 90-degree mark earlier. 85 in Edgefield and 91 in Lincolnton. It's definitely humid out there with dew points in the 70s across the board. That's making it feel like the 90s. A current heat index of 95 in Augusta, 97 in Louisville and Swainsboro. And luckily we do have a nice breeze though coming out of the southwest up to around 12 miles per hour currently in Waynesboro. So if you're headed out this evening, I suggest some indoor dinner plans since we do have those storms around. However, once the sun goes down, our chance of rain goes down and temperatures will be in the low 80s by the 9 o'clock hour. Now looking ahead into the weekend, that's when you'll really start to see those temperatures heat up with even some mid 90s by Monday and the heat index up to 105. But this is just the beginning of the heat wave and it could be much hotter by the time we get to 4th of July. I'll have more details on that coming up, but back to you, Kim.
All right, Jenna, thank you. Well, experts say fiber is an important part of your everyday diet. This is found in foods like oats, beans, and seeds, and those experts say it may do more than just keep you regular. Fiber is the part of plant foods that your body can't fully digest. It helps keep your gut healthy by moving waste through your body faster. According to Moffitt Cancer Center, fiber feeds good gut bacteria, supports digestion, and may help prevent diseases like colorectal, stomach, and breast cancer. Most adults should aim for at least 25 grams of fiber a day, but many people don't get enough. But adding fiber to your diet doesn't have to be complicated. Start simple. Try oatmeal for breakfast. Add beans or lentils to soups or salads, and grab a handful of almonds for a quick snack. Buying a computer, iPad, or a video game is about to get more expensive. Prices are rising, in some cases dramatically, because of a shortage of computer chips, now being called a crisis. Here's ABC's Andrea Fuji.
Two tech giants are raising prices by hundreds of dollars on their most popular products, blaming the booming demand for memory chips, calling it chipflation.
AI is eating the world's memory chips.
Apple says it's increasing the MacBook Pro by $300 to nearly $2,000, and the iPad Air is up $150, now selling for $749. Microsoft joining suit, saying by August, some Xbox consoles will increase by $150. Why the big jump? The shortage of memory chips, which are being used in expanding artificial intelligence technology, leading to huge demand and increasing prices from the three companies that produce the chips.
It's the same memory that goes into your laptop. That same memory is the same thing that goes into data centers. And so everybody is racing to build these data centers, and that's what's eating up all of the world's chips by the truckload.
Consumers not happy.
What? The prices were already pretty raised. I feel bad for anybody that ain't got that Xbox yet.
Apple explaining, we have never seen a component price increase this much, this quickly. Microsoft adding, the entire consumer electronics industry is struggling with the current components crisis. Experts warn prices may go even higher.
This is just the beginning of price increases, unfortunately. You know, Apple and Microsoft are two of the most premier players in this field, and if they are increasing their prices, we're going to see other competitors following suit.
iPhone prices remain unchanged for now, but with news that Apple is raising prices on other products, its stock fell nearly 5% Thursday. Andrea Fuji, ABC News, New York.
We have some spotty showers happening now, and we also had some rain come through early this morning. So now it's time for a look at our Live Viper 6 neighborhood network powered by Tempest. You can see those rainfall totals across Richmond County. Not very impressive yet, but those will start to climb. Edgefield County, around 1/10 of an inch there as well, 0.21 inches at Ballard Drive. And then some higher rainfall totals where we had a heavier downpour this morning in McCormick County, over 1/4 of an inch. Over at Amelia Drive, also Elgin, and 0.37 inches over at Hamilton Lane. I'll have more details on the rain and the heat after what's trending.
Tonight, searching for survivors in Venezuela as the death.
Me, which features this line on the last page. Even though it seems foolish and silly and crazy, comedy has the most to say about the human condition. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
I have to say, Mel Brooks is an absolute genius. I mean, for decades, making some of the most famous and beloved movies of all time. So happy birthday to him, and many more, hopefully. Well, the next Bond, James Bond, is still top secret, but the field is about to narrow. The casting process is underway, and actors are now finding out if they made it to the next round of auditions. Those auditions will take place in August. So far, none of the actors in the running have been revealed. The casting director did say they're looking for someone young enough to play Bond for 3 or 4 movies. Now, I don't know about you guys, but my 2 favorite Bonds are Pierce Brosnan, because, I just love Pierce Brosnan. But also, the best Bond of all time, whose name is escaping me, Sean Connery. To me, he's just the best one of all time. is the epitome of the James Bond. It's amazing. I can't wait to see who they get next. It'll probably be an unknown, so I doubt any of us will know who that actor is. Well, check this out. Lionsgate just announced it is rebooting the Blair Witch Project. No, thank you. They are calling this a new vision that will reintroduce this story for a new generation. The original movie came out in 1999 and was made for less than $1 million. It went on to earn $250 million and is credited for launching the found footage genre. The new Blair Witch comes out in September of next year. I'm not a fan of horror movies. I don't like being scared. I know a lot of people do. I do not like to be scared, so I think I'm going to skip this one, but I can't wait to see whatever the new Bond movies are. I'll definitely be in the theaters for that one, but you guys who love those horror movies, you can have Blair Witch. All right, well, that's all the time we have for a look at what's trending. Still ahead, Jenna with your weather.
Bring the fun of the Savannah Bananas home. Snag the ultimate fan combo, a cap and jersey. Enter to win at WJBF.com. Brought to you locally by Caps Insurance Agency, where coverage meets comfort.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's a lot of reasons. Today, our roads are littered with killing machines. I'm talking about semi-trucks. They can easily kill, even at low speeds. Overworked truck drivers are driving all day and all night. Injured in a trucking accident? We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. For the people.com.
How long do Georgians...
Bring the fun of the Savannah Bananas home. Snag the ultimate fan combo, a cap and jersey. Enter to win at WJBF.com. Brought to you locally by Caps Insurance Agency, where coverage meets comfort.
The CSRA's favorite news app is now even better, with easier access to local news, weather, and live streaming video. Download the News Channel 6 mobile app. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. We have a couple of storms on Live Viper 6. Most of the CSRA is dry, but these storms are firing up due to the heat and humidity today. One of those is around the border of Washington, Johnson, and Jefferson County. We have a few lightning strikes and heavy rain. Then moving up towards the Augusta Metro, we see some rain around Bobby Jones Expressway, downtown, and a heavy shower just moved past Augusta Regional Airport. Also seeing some showers peppered about in Aiken County as well. This is our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam at the airport. Still seeing a little bit of light rain with a light breeze out of the southwest. We're at 85 degrees, feeling like 93. So the humidity is on today at 70%. Dew points have climbed all the way up to 74. So around the CSRA, we're cooling down in places with the rain, but the dew points are increasing. So definitely feeling like a shower when you step outside. It is just a soupy forecast here all across the southeast. We've got actual temperatures in the mid to upper 90s, and some of us dealing with the heat index up to around 100 degrees. So here's our satellite and radar. We have some showers all along the coast and down in Florida, a stalled frontal boundary to the north of us, but it's this high pressure that's driving in that southwest wind, bringing us plenty of moisture to allow for those storms to develop. So low temperatures tonight are in the low 70s. We're going to be close to average. High temperatures tomorrow are in the low to mid 90s. And for your forecast for Augusta, you can see during the peak heating of the day, that's when we could see a dangerous heat index up to around 100, even up to 101 at the highest tomorrow. And you can see over the next several days, temperatures will stay about the same, low to mid 90s, and then the heat index around 100 to 105. Now we will have some rain, and of course as the rain develops, that will cool us down. We have a 30% chance of some showers and storms as we go into the weekend and early next week. Only a 20% chance on Tuesday. Now for tomorrow, we were originally all under a marginal risk of severe weather. Now that's just for the far northern portion of the CSRA for damaging wind gusts. But even if you're not included under that risk, keep in mind that these storms could still produce some 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts along with heavy rain and lightning. Now for the rest of tonight, once the sun goes down, we're not expecting to see any more showers, and it will be dry until tomorrow morning. So definitely recommend heading outside early tomorrow before the heat and humidity really starts to crank up and before the storms fire up. That'll be around noon to 1 p.m. And then by the time we get to around 5 p.m., that's when we could have some stronger cells that could produce those damaging wind gusts. This begins to weaken and move down towards the south at 9 o'clock on Saturday. Then we're back to dry conditions on Sunday morning, but another disturbance could bring up some pop-up showers and storms during the afternoon and evening as well. Now, next week, especially by the time we get into the weekend, we are tracking a significant heat dome, which will really bring the heat by the time we get to 4th of July weekend. You think it's hot now, but we are going up to 99 degrees on Friday and the 4th of July, 97 on Sunday. So please keep that in mind for next week. We're not expecting a whole lot of rain either. Rain chances staying pretty limited, and those low temperatures in the mid-70s. And we'll be right back.
During the Rooms to Go July now at Rooms to Go Kids.
Well, that's all the time we have for this half hour. We'll have more coverage you can count on at 6, including a major milestone for the Augusta CSRA Habitat for Humanity as they broke ground on their 88th home. Stay with us.
Follow News Channel 6 on Instagram.
I was T-going at the intersection. My car was